Good morning. Welcome to 10 at 10. I'm Steve Latta. This is my beautiful wife, Jennifer Latta. Today we're going to go over something that we like to do as a family. We don't do it often enough. But we just had an experience down in Utah. We went down for a doctor's visit, and our daughter and her friend got to join us. We had Carly there, and we was having dinner together in the hotel room, obviously, because you can't go out anywhere thanks to this pandemic that we're having. So we're just going to start off by, I'm going to give you a little scripture that we're going to start this with. Hebrews 10:24 and 25. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as is the habit of some, but encourage one another, and all more as you see the day drawing near. In that scripture, it's talking about encouraging each other and uplifting each other and helping each other. And so one way we're going to discuss how we like to try to do that. We've done it in the past. We did it in Utah, and we really want to encourage you to do this as well. As we were sitting around eating dinner, Aubrey says, "Dad, ask us a question," because we've done this, obviously. And so question number one was, I want you to go around the room, and I want you to name a quality or something that you value about one of the family members. So we started with Jen, and each one of us went around the room and talked about a quality. Now, obviously, she's going to have more than one quality that we like about her, but we're going to pull one thing out that we really value and just try to uplift and solidify what she may be battling. Maybe I'm not as good in that area, or I am good in that area. I don't really know. But when spoken to from a family member or someone that you love, it really solidifies what that characteristic is. One of the characteristics that we pointed out is her love. Like she loves people. She just really knows how to love good. And so we went around the room. She's a very giving, very caring person. And so it kind of solidified that for her and made her feel better. You just kind of explain how that made you feel when you heard that from your family members, hon.
Well, good, because of course you want those good qualities to come out. I've always felt pretty strong about my heart and the fact that I give and love and try so hard to please everyone. So it was nice to see that everyone else saw that quality in me, I guess.
And of course, we got to do that with each family member. And that's the easy question to ask, because it's easy to say something good about someone when you're sitting there. And so that's the easy question. And so that was kind of lighthearted. We had a little bit of fun with that. We smiled. But like I said, it validates a feeling or emotion that you might have about yourself. And so it's a real good, positive thing to do.
And I think the one thing is everybody doing it at once. Everybody in the room getting to hear everybody else's. It can be in an uncomfortable situation, but ends up being like really amazing towards every one of us being able to open up and share that, and everybody else hear it at the same time, not just you and that person.
One of the main reasons why I like to ask that question is, as parents, and I know a lot of you are parents that are watching, or soon to be parents, but you really want everybody to know how much you appreciate and how much you love them. But not only just you, but how much the whole family actually values and loves you for something that you do. It's something that really validates, and you really get to get a point across that you are loved, and people love you for just who you are, and you have some good qualities that people really love about you. And so I really like, that's one of the main reasons why I like to ask that is because they get to see what others see in them. And it's not so much that they get to come back to me and say, hey, this is what I like about you, so I get to feel good about myself. It's about making everybody else feel good in the family and feel like they have a value in the family that they bring to the table that somebody loves about them. And not everybody shares the same value in that person as everybody else does. You take Aubrey. When we went around the room with Aubrey, I had a different value that I expressed about Aubrey than Jen had. Carly had a different value, and Aubrey's friend, who happened to be there with us, got to be a part of it. And so she had a different value that she got to give. And so Aubrey got to take in 4 or 5 different values that really builds a confidence and makes her feel good about herself. And so that's what it's about, is building each other and just letting each other, you have a value, you have a worth in the family, and it's not just to be, but you add something to it. Anything to add to that?
No.
That sound good to you?
Yeah.
The second question I asked was a little harder question, and this one brought some tears to the room, and it's a hard question. And it's one way that you could build and really confirm within yourself, because when we look at ourselves through a microscope or a magnifying glass, and we'd like to point out our flaws and all the bad things about ourselves. And so this question is really hard. So I asked the room, I says, what is one thing about yourself you would like to change? And of course, it doesn't take long to figure that out, because you do that to yourself every day. It's a daily thing. It's something you do internally. It's something that you see that maybe other people don't really see. And the whole reason for this question wasn't to beat each other up, is I wanted to let everybody know you may magnify that. That may be a big thing in your life that you really want to change about yourself, but maybe it's something that you really don't need to change about yourself. Maybe it's not as bad as you think it is. And I'd like to bring Jen out on this one, because hers was a tough one, and hers really brought the emotions out of the question. And so when asked that, hon, what was your response to the question?
On what I want to change?
Uh-huh.
Where we're at?
Yep.
Well, the biggest thing is just, I don't even know how I answered that question then, but it was more of I can't even explain it. You explain what my answer was.
So it was more along the lines of how you feel about yourself. You want to change how you treat people, how you...
So the biggest thing is like this morning, super stressed. I'm at work. I know we're supposed to do this at 10 o'clock. My husband shows up at work to help me try to get stuff put in so that we can get here and get this done. And I'm just mean. Just mean and ornery when I know he's trying to help, because I can't figure this stuff out and how to control my emotions. And it kills me inside that I can come home and I can totally switch that and treat my whole family like crap because of my mood and my stress and my anxiety. So that's the one thing I would change about myself, is how to control how I treat people because of my anxious mood, when all they're doing is just trying to help or be in my life. It's the biggest hardship I have on myself, on how I treat others when my anxiety arises. And it's usually my family, because I spend so much time trying to give and love to everyone else they get the bad. And
So 10 minutes goes by super fast. I didn't realize how quick it would go by. But just to kind of sum that up, the reason why I brought that out is because sometimes it's the things that we magnify in our lives that is a negative that actually pushes our good things. So I told her I wouldn't change a thing about her because the way she is pushes the love and the giving and the generosity in her life. And I don't want her to change the thing that she feels is bad in her life to taking that away from the positive side of her life. So sometimes the negatives help push the positives. I'm not saying don't work on them, but I'm saying be careful that you don't work on those and then take away from the other side of it. But anyways, I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to sit down with your family and just ask these 2 questions. After we did this, we all hugged it out, and I felt like we were stronger, we were closer, there was more love in the room, and we appreciated each other a whole lot more.
for sure.
Thank you. Peace out. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.